My name is Ricky Aguilar. I've been here at ShaloTek for about a little bit over 3 months now, and I am the saw operator.
What is your job and what do you do? What kind of things do you make? And how long have you been doing this job?
So I basically run the saw, cut all the metal that we get and that we need for the other CNC machines. I've been doing it for about maybe 2 to 3 months now.
What do you like about your job?
I like the people here.
Yeah?
I got a lot of friends here now, made a lot of new friends, and yeah, I look forward to seeing everybody every day.
On the opposite side of that, what's your least favorite part of your job?
The least favorite part of my job is being in the back of the shop where it's kind of hot and I'm always sweaty.
A little dirty.
And get a little dirty too, yeah.
If your job had a warning label, what would it say?
It'd probably say to keep your fingers away from the blade so you don't lose them.
How'd you end up in your position at ShaloTek?
Well, I was hired on for assembly, and one day Travis and Tim just came in and grabbed me and threw me back here, and I've been here ever since.
Yeah. You said you enjoy it, so
yeah,
I guess they were pretty right on that one.
Yeah, I like it.
So what's it like working in a machine shop over your past jobs?
I'd say it's a lot cooler. There's a lot of different things going on, and there's a lot of people here, so it's never boring.
Speaking of, do machine operators ever get bored watching the same thing over and over all day long?
Yeah, sometimes it can get pretty boring. I don't like being bored, so I tried not to be bored. And so I do a bunch of different things to keep me from being bored.
Gotcha. So what does a normal day look like for you?
I usually get out of class around noon, and then I get here and I just hop on the saw and cut out as much metal as I can for everybody else to work on.
Gotcha. What school do you go to?
I go to Georgia Southern University.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm a supply chain major.
There you go. With that being said, what is your favorite machine or task?
Obviously, my favorite machine is the saw. I'm one of the only ones who knows how to run it, and I can run it pretty good. And it gets fun sometimes running it.
What machines have you learned here while working at ShaloTek?
I've learned obviously the saw and a few of the other CNC machines like the PC 1 through 4 and the VF I've learned, and all the FANUC. Yeah.
That's cool. How does your machine work? Does it run by itself?
Yeah, so it's basically automated. All I have to do is just throw in a program, how big I want the cuts to be and how many cuts I want, and basically that's it.
Does it really need an operator if it's automated?
Yeah, you do need an operator because the saw can act up sometimes, and you got to make sure that the cuts are right so you're not throwing out pieces that are too long to go into machines.
So is the machine really dangerous?
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous. I mean, the saw cuts metal, so it's pretty sharp. So yeah, I'd stay away from the blade.
Yeah. Speaking of the blades, how often do they need to be replaced? And what kind of maintenance do you have to do on the machines?
Replacing the blades is always different. I think it depends on how much metal you cut in a certain amount of time. So it could range from a month from each other or in a couple weeks. The maintenance that I do on it, I always check the coolant levels. I clean out the spindles from all the metal chips so it doesn't get in the way and mess anything up. And I make sure that the bar is pretty clean too. So,
gotcha. How do you know when the blade's dull?
It cuts really slow whenever it's dull. It takes forever to get through a cut. And at times it can scream really loud because it's just sliding on metal.
Gotcha. Speaking of that, do machines ever have moods and act differently?
Yeah, the saw can go in a mood from sometimes. It'll pull out different measurements and cut pieces that should not have been cut and just waste metal.
Always keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, when that happens, I always have to make sure to stop the saw and find what's going on.
So what are some of the most common problems you see with this machine, the saw in particular?
Whenever I'm changing material, the clamping force, it has to be different, and sometimes whenever I don't change it because I forget to, it'll pull out wrong measurements, and then I have to fix it.
And last question: if you were a machine, what would you think it would complain about the most?
Probably the amount of metal that's on it all the time. It's pretty heavy, so they'd probably complain about it being heavy.
Well, we thank you for this, taking a couple minutes with us, and look forward to seeing you again around the shop. Thank you.